Welcome to Mr. Terrifying Nightmare with another horror story. Disclaimer: not for the weak heart. The haunting of the girl no one ever loved. 5 girls, Brittany, Katie, Lisa, Jenna, and Rachel, had been inseparable since kindergarten. Their bond was unbreakable. A sisterhood so strong that no one else could penetrate their circle. They lived for each other, laughed together, and believed nothing could ever come between them. During a school break, Brittany, Katie, and Lisa decided to spend a day at the theme park. It was the best day of their lives. Roller coasters, cotton candy, endless laughter. By the time they returned to Brittany's house that night, they were exhausted but blissfully happy. They called Jenna and Rachel, recounting every thrilling detail of the day. "Life cannot get any better than this," Brittany said, her voice full of contentment. "Yeah, you're right," Lisa replied, her heart still soaring from the fun they'd had. None of them knew what horror awaited them the next day. The following morning, Brittany and her 2 friends went to the school library to borrow storybooks. They never came back. That night, Brittany's mother called the other parents in panic. None of the girls had returned home. A frantic search ensued. The school grounds were combed inch by inch. Then, in the dimly lit library, Brittany was found slumped over a desk. A note clutched in her lifeless hand. The words sent chills through every soul who read them. "You never gave me a chance." Katie was found 3 days later, floating in the school swimming pool. The water was still, undisturbed, as if she had simply stopped breathing and let herself sink. And 3 days after that, Lisa's body was discovered in the gym, twisted unnaturally, her face frozen in horror. Terror choked the town. The school shut down. Parents held their children closer, but Jenna and Rachel were drowning in something deeper than fear, because something about this wasn't right. Then the whisper started. "Who could have done this?" Jenna whispered one night, her voice shaking with grief. Rachel shuddered. "This isn't normal. It feels supernatural." That's when it hit Jenna. That phrase, "You never gave me a chance." She had seen it before, heard it before. Then she remembered. "Sam?" She breathed. Rachel's face drained of color. "No, it can't be." Samantha. Sam. The girl who had desperately wanted to be their friend. The girl they had laughed at, shunned, ignored. The girl they had humiliated until she vanished from their lives, transferring to another school. Or so they thought. Jenna grabbed her phone, dialing Sam's number. Disconnected. Her father's grave expression made her stomach turn. "Sam died, Jenna. The day she left your school 2 months ago." Rachel's breath hitched. We sent her a letter before she transferred. Remember? Told her to meet us at the auditorium. We wanted to scare her. Jenna felt sick. She did, but she never showed up, right? Brittany checked on her in the auditorium while we were eating ice cream outside the school. But the truth was worse. Sam had died that very night, trapped inside the school auditorium's storage room. She had wheezing problems, and the claustrophobia must have suffocated her in the darkness. No one found her in time. It was said that someone had locked the door from the outside and left her there. Jenna was terrified to hear that. She knew that Brittany and Katie always played pranks, locking doors in the dark and leaving people behind, only to let them out later. But this time, no one had looked for Sam. She had died, and they were responsible. Oh my God, I can't believe this, how stupid we were playing pranks that took a girl's life. I don't know what to say. Jenna sobbed. Her parents, wealthy and powerful, had buried the scandal to protect their name. No one ever spoke of it, but Sam never left. Started small, flickering lights, shadows stretching too long, whispers in the silence. Brittany had felt it first. I swear, someone's watching me, she'd said a month ago. Then the messages came. Why didn't you give me a chance? Brittany. Brittany laughed it off. Ignore that loser. They all did. Then Katie's phone received a missed call from Sam 3 weeks after her death. Again, they ignored it. Jenna's blood ran cold. If Sam died that night, who called her? The eerie whispers surrounded their minds. The answer came too late. One by one, they were claimed. The nights became unbearable. Rachel swore she saw Sam standing at the foot of her bed, her dark eyes hollow with sorrow and rage. Jenna found an old school photo of her and Sam together. Sam's face had been scratched out. And then came the laughter, soft and echoing, trailing. Jenna's parents turned to the police for protection, desperate for answers. But there were none. Sam had died alone, trapped, forgotten, and now she was making sure they would never forget her again. Regret turned into horror. Jenna and Rachel clung to each other, knowing the truth. Too late. They had created this. They had sentenced Sam to loneliness, and now she would make them feel it too. The next day, Jenna disappeared, gone without a trace in the middle of the night, while Rachel slept mere feet away. Rachel was the last. And in her final moments, as the air grew colder and the shadows lengthened, she realized something gut-wrenching. Sam had never left them. She had always been there, lurking in their laughter, watching from the dark, waiting. She wasn't seeking revenge, she was seeking company. And now, one by one, she had brought them home. The last message Rachel received sent ice through her veins. I wanted to be your friend. Now, you'll never leave me again. We will all be together. Then silence. Rachel was never seen again. They are all together now. Follow Mr. Terrifying Nightmare Channel for more.